Good morning, children. How are you all? Hope you all are fine and safe and staying very well at your homes. So, let us start today's mathematics class. This is class 10th, subject mathematics, chapter number 2, polynomials, lecture number 3. Children, in my previous lecture, that is lecture number 2, I made you understand the concept of division algorithm. Fine. So let us give a quick recall. What is division algorithm? Division algorithm is nothing but the way of verification after division. So how do we verify after division? Division algorithm, the formula of division algorithm is dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. So children, the topics which I am going to cover today are examples of different polynomials I am going to take which will satisfy division algorithm. The next topic will be relationship between the zeros and the coefficient of a cubic polynomial. And the third topic will be how to form a cubic polynomial when you know the sum of the zeros, when you know sum of the product of the zeros taken two at a time, and you know the product of the zeros. Clear, children? So let us start today's the very first topic. This is question number 5 from exercise 2.3. Give examples of the polynomial that is px, gx, qx and rx which satisfy the division algorithm. So what is case number 1? In first part you have to prove, children, degree of px means the degree of dividend is equal to degree of qx. What is qx? Qx is quotient. So how to solve this question? You can take any polynomial of your choice. Fine. See, for example, here I have taken, let px is equal to 12x square plus 8x plus 24. And gx I have taken as 4. So what I am going to do, here definitely when you are going to divide this complete px by 4, it will be exactly divisible by 4, right? So what would be remainder in x? What would be remainder? That would be 0. So how to calculate qx? Qx is equal to px divided by gx because rx has already become 0. So now when you are going to divide 12x square plus 8x plus 24 by 4, while taking 4 as common, children, it would become 3x square plus 2x plus 6 and this 4 is going to be cancelled with 4. Fine. Now what was the condition given? The condition was that the degree of dividend polynomial, that is px, must be equal to must be equal to the degree of quotient polynomial. So just to check, here what was the degree? The highest power of the variable which is present in that polynomial is known as the degree. So this is 2. Here also it is 2. So children, you can take any example of your choice, that depends on you. Fine, but you have to make sure that degree of px must be equal to degree of qx. Now, what is second part? Degree of qx means the degree of quotient, that must be equal to degree of rx, means the degree of remainder. Now, children, from my assumption, I have taken px is equal to x cube plus x square plus x plus 1 and gx I have taken as x square minus 1. I have to divide px by gx. Basically what I have to prove? I have to prove that degree of qx must be equal to degree of rx. Fine. So let us start division. X cube plus x square plus x plus 1 will be divided by x square minus 1. So here I am going to multiply this complete gx by x. So what will I get? I have got x cube. Here I have got minus x. Now after division, in division you know that we have to subtract. So after subtraction what I have got, x cube minus x cube will be cancelled. Here I have got x square, here plus 2x, here plus 1. Now multiply complete gx by 1. So I have got x square minus 1. Correct? Changing the sign, again x square is going to be cancelled with x square. Here I have got, children, 2x plus 2 which is equivalent to rx. Why the division process is stopped here? Because here you can see that the degree of rx is less than degree of gx. Fine. So here what can we say? That the degree of qx, what is qx? This is x plus 1. What is its highest power? That is 1. is equal to degree of Rx, and here also again the highest power is 1. Clear, children? So you can take any example of your choice. It is not mandatory that you have to go with these very examples only. Now what is the third case? In third case you have to prove that degree of Rx is equal to 0. Let me show you once. You have to prove in third part, that is degree of Rx is equal to 0. Means remainder must be 0. So what I have done, let Px is equal to x square minus 2x plus 1. Here Gx I have taken in such a way so that Gx must be the factor of Px. Because only in that case you can get Rx as 0. So this is x minus 1 I have taken. Now as x minus 1 is a factor of this, so definitely it will divide Px exactly. So let us start division. I am going to multiply x minus 1 by x. I have got x square minus x. Changing the sign, x square minus x square are going to be cancelled. This is minus x plus 1. Now I am multiplying this complete gx by minus 1. So I have got minus x plus 1. Again changing the sign, both are going to be cancelled. So what is Rx? Rx is 0. And what would be its degree? Can I write 0 as 0 into x raised to the power 0? So definitely degree will also be 0. Fine, children? Okay. Okay, children. Now our next topic of this lecture is that you have to tell the relationship between the zeros as well as the coefficient of a cubic polynomial. Fine. For that I have taken one question, that is question number 1 from exercise 2.4 optional. Please listen the statement very carefully. You have to verify whether the given numbers, that is half, 1 and minus 2, they are the zeros of this cubic polynomial or not. If they are the zeros of the cubic polynomial, then after that you have to tell the relationship between these zeros as well as the coefficient of this cubic polynomial. Clear, children? So let us start the solution of this question. Let Px is equal to 2x cube plus x square minus 5x plus 2. What we have to do? First of all, we have to tell whether half, 1 and minus 2 are the zeros or not. So what is to be done for this? To prove them 0. At place of x, first of all I am going to put half. If P half, after putting half here in this complete polynomial, I have got the result as 0. So I can say that half is a 0 of Px. Similarly for 1 and similarly for minus 2. So let us start putting. This is 2 into. At place of x I am putting half, half cube plus this is half square minus 5 into half plus 2. Fine. Solving them 2 into, it would become 1 upon 8 plus 1 upon 4 minus 5 upon 2 plus 2. After cancelling I have got 1 upon 4 plus 1 upon 4 minus 5 upon 2 plus 2. Children, now I am going to take LCM. LCM will be 4. 4 divided by 4 will give you 1. 1 into 1 will give you 1. In the same manner I have solved. This is 1 plus 1 minus 10 plus 8. So 1 plus 1 plus 8 has become 10. Minus 10 upon 4, that is 0 upon 4 is equal to 0. So as I have got P half as 0, so what can I say? That half is the 0 of cubic polynomial. Correct? In the same manner, now I have to check for P1. So this is 2 into 1 cube. Wherever I had x, there I am going to insert 1. Plus 1 square minus 5 into 1 plus 2. So after simplifying, this is 2 into 1 plus 1 minus 5 plus 2. 2 plus 1 minus 5 plus 2. This is 5 minus 5 is equal to 0. So what can I say? That 1 is also the 0 of the cubic polynomial. This is the cubic polynomial. Correct? Now let us check for the third number. P minus 2. Again, wherever I had x, I have just inserted minus 2 and minus 2. So this is 2 into minus 2 cube will be minus 8 plus minus 2 square will be 4 plus this is minus 5 into minus 2 will become plus 10 plus 2. Now this is minus 16 plus 16 will again give you 0. So through that, what can you verify? That half, 1 and minus 2 are really the zeros of the cubic polynomial. So children, as we have got P half 0, half is equal to 0, P1 is also 0 and p minus 2 is also 0. So hence what we have proved, that half, 1 and minus 2 are the zeros of px. Now let us find the relationship between the zeros and the coefficient of px. Px is basically a cubic polynomial. For that, what you have to do, you have to compare this px by its generalized form. What is the generalized form of a cubic polynomial? That is ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d. So through that, if you are going to compare this equation number 1 and let it be considered as equation number 2. This is the generalized form actually. So a is equal to 2, b is equal to 1, this is 1 here, right? C is equal to minus 5 and D is equal to 2. Correct? Now to find out the relationship between the zeros and the coefficient, what you have to do? So let us consider the very first zero is alpha, that is half. We have just proved now that half, 1 and minus 2 are the zeros. So let the first zero be alpha, that is equivalent to half. Another be beta, that is 1, and another be gamma, that is minus 2. So first of all, find out sum of the zeros. This is half plus 1 and minus 2. Taking 2 as LCM, it would become 1 plus 2 minus 4. That is 3 minus 4 upon 2. So this is equivalent to minus 1 by 2. Correct? Now what is B, children? B is 1. So can I write it as minus B upon A, because minus would remain minus and at place of 1 I have written here B, and A is also 2. Correct, children? Fine. Now for verification, what else we have to do? We have to find out sum of the product of the zeros taken 2 at a time. That is alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha. That is, at place of alpha I have put here half, at place of beta I have put 1, at place of gamma I have put minus 2. Clear, children? Now it has become half. This is minus 2, this is minus 1 after simplifying. Taking 2 as LCM, 2 divided by 2, that is 1. 1 into 1 is 1. Minus 2 divided by 1 is 2. 2 into 2, that is 4. In the same manner, for the next term, I have got the result as minus 2. After simplifying them, children, I have got minus 5 upon 2. Now what is minus 5? Minus 5 was actually C. Just look at here. Minus 5 is actually C. Correct, children? So this is C upon A, and A, you know, that was 2. Now go for the next case, that is alpha into beta into gamma. Half into 1 into minus 2. This is what? Minus 1. After simplifying, I have got minus 1. Can I write minus 1 as minus 2 upon 2? What is minus 2, children? Minus would remain minus. At place of 2, I am going to write D. See, D is equal to 2. D is equal to 2. So this is 2 upon 2, that is D upon A. So what we have verified through this, we have basically shown the relation between the zeros as well as the coefficient of a cubic polynomial. Clear, children? Okay, now children, I am going to take question number 2 of exercise 2.4 optional. This is actually the third topic which I am going to cover today in my lecture. You have to just form a cubic polynomial when you know the sum of the zeros. That is alpha plus beta plus gamma. You know sum of the product of the zeros taken 2 at a time. That is alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha. And you know the product of the zeros, that is alpha into beta into gamma. Fine, this is the statement. So definitely whatever I have spoken, that is given. Sum of the zeros, which is equivalent to 2 given. Sum of the product of the zeros taken 2 at a time is equal to minus 7. And product of the zeros, that is alpha into beta into gamma, is equal to minus 14. So now children, the required cubic polynomial will be x cube minus alpha plus beta plus gamma into x square. This is sx square plus alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha into x. This is sum of the product of the zeros taken 2 at a time minus product of the zeros, that is alpha beta gamma. Here you have to just simply put the values which are given. Sum of the zeros you had 2. Sum of the product of the zeros taken 2 at a time you had minus 7. And product of the zeros you had minus 14. So this is the required cubic polynomial, that is x cube minus 2x square minus 7x plus 14. Clear, children? Now children, I am going to take question number 3 of optional exercise. What you have to do in it? If the zeros of px is a cubic polynomial, you can see here the highest power is 3. They are a minus b, a and a plus b. You have to simply tell the values of a and b. So what is to be done, children, for this? First of all, you will be having px given, that is x cube minus 3x square plus x plus 1. After comparing this cubic polynomial with its generalized form, that is ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d, I have got a is equal to 1, b is equal to minus 3, c is equal to 1 and d is equal to 1. Fine. Children, you will be having the zeros given. So definitely when we are dealing with cubic polynomial and you will be having the zeros given, so you have to do 3 things. First, you have to find out sum of the zeros. Another, sum of the product of the zeros taken 2 at a time. And the last thing, product of the zeros. Fine. So here I am going to calculate sum of the zeros. Here you had zeros given, that was a minus b, a and a plus b. So I have considered, let first zero be alpha, another be beta and the third one will be gamma. So adding them, you know alpha plus beta plus gamma for cubic polynomial, this is minus b by a. What is minus b? B is minus 3. So minus of minus b will become 3 upon a is 1. So after cancelling this minus b and plus b, I have got 3a is equal to 3. So what is a? A is equal to 1. And what we were going to find out? We were just going to find out the value of a as well as b. So the value of a I have just calculated while sum of the zeros. Now either I will be taking sum of the zeros, sum of the product of the zeros taken 2 at a time, or product of the zeros to calculate b. Because we were going to find out the values of 2 variables. Fine. So you can take any 2 concepts out of these 3. So the third one I am going to pick, that is product of the zeros. These are the zeros that you know, which is equivalent to minus d by a. And what is d? D is 1. Correct. So this would become minus 1 upon 1, that is minus 1. The value of a we have calculated, that is 1. Insert that value over here. It would become 1 minus b into 1 plus b is equal to minus 1. This is a minus b into a plus b. So which identity we will apply? Identity number 3. It would become a square, that is 1 square will be 1 only, minus b square, and at place of b we have b only, is equal to minus 1. So this is minus b square is equal to minus 1 minus 1. It would become minus b square is equal to minus 2. You can multiply the complete equation by minus 1, or even you can cancel this minus sign also. Fine. It would become b is equal to plus minus root 2. Why plus minus? Because this is a quadratic polynomial actually. The quadratic equation it is. Fine. And for quadratic polynomial, you know that there will be 2 roots existing. So thus the value of a is equal to 1. And what would be the value of b? B is equal to plus minus root 2. Clear, children? Now children, that's it for the day. Please note down your mathematics homework. Your maths homework is you have to do question number 1 to 6 of exercise 2.3. Question number 1 and 2 of exercise 2.4 of exemplar in your homework notebook along with classwork questions. These are very simple questions. In these 1 to 6 questions, you have to just simply find out the zeros of the quadratic polynomial given using factorization method, and after that you have to tell the relation between the zeros and the coefficient. Fine, children? And these 2 questions, they are also very, very simple. In question number 1 also, again you have to apply the factorization method. Fine, and you have to form a quadratic polynomial before that. And question number 2 is just like as I have explained you for cubic polynomial, in which you calculated the value of a and b. Just before giving you the homework, the question which I explained you, in the same manner you have to attempt that question. Clear, children? Fine. Now children, I am going to discuss the homework questions which I gave you in lecture number 2. They are based on exercise 2.3 and 2.4 of NCERT. Fine. This is very first question, third part. You have to simply divide this px by gx. Fine. And after that you have to tell what is qx and what is rx. So let us start a division. Px is x raised to the power 4 minus 5x plus 6. And gx you had 2 minus x square given. This is 2 minus x square given. Children, you know, before we start a division of a polynomial by another polynomial, we have to convert it into descending order. So after converting it into descending order, I would get minus x square plus 2. Fine. Now multiply this minus x square plus 2 by minus x square. So I have got x raised to the power 4 minus 2x square. Changing the sign. This is going to be cancelled. So this is 2x raised x square minus 5x plus 6. Now I am multiplying gx by minus 2. It would become 2x square minus 4. Again changing the sign, they are going to be cancelled. So this is minus 5x plus 10. So what would be qx? Qx will be minus x square minus 2. And what would be rx, children? That would be minus 5x plus 10. Clear, children? Any confusion in it? No doubt? Okay. Now children, I am going to take second question, third part. Again you will be having a polynomial in x given, and you will be having another polynomial also given. You have to divide px by gx, and in this question you have to just tell whether gx is a factor of px or not. For that, you know, if remainder is equal to 0, so we can say that gx is a factor of px, otherwise not. So let us start a division. This is complete polynomial I have written, dividing it by x cube minus 3x plus 1. So I am multiplying this complete gx by x square. I have got x raised to the power 5 minus 3x cube plus x square. Changing the sign, it has become minus, plus and minus. They both are going to be cancelled. X square with x square and x square with minus x raised to the power 5 with minus x raised to the power 5. So children, I have got here, after simplifying them, minus 4 plus 3, I have got minus x cube. Here I have got plus 3x plus 1. Fine. Now I am multiplying this complete gx by minus 1. I have got minus x cube plus 3x minus 1. Again changing the sign, they are going to be cancelled. So what I have got as remainder? Remainder is rx. Rx is 2, which is not equal to 0. As it is not equal to 0, so what can I say, children? That gx is not the factor of px. Correct, children? Any confusion? Fine. Now children, this is the last question of homework solution. What you have to do in this question, this is question number 4. Basically I found it a little tough for you. I made you recall this type also. When you will be having a biquadratic polynomial given along with its 2 zeros, how you have to find out the other 2 zeros. Fine. So this is px given, which is a biquadratic polynomial. X raised to the power 4 minus 6x cube minus 26x square plus 138x minus 35. So you have been given 2 zeros. That is, let first be alpha, 2 plus root 3, another be beta, that is 2 minus root 3. So what is to be done? First of all, I am finding the sum of the zeros. 2 plus root 3 plus 2 minus root 3. Root 3 and root 3 are going to be cancelled because they are with different sign. So sum I have got as 4. Let us calculate product of the zeros. 2 plus root 3 into 2 minus root 3. This is a plus b into a minus b. It would become a square minus b square. This is 4 minus 3, that is equivalent to 1. Now children, what is the required quadratic polynomial? That is x square minus sx plus p. That is x square minus, at place of sum I have written here 4 and at place of product I have written here 1. Children, you know very well that this is that quadratic polynomial which is formed by the zeros of a biquadratic polynomial, right? So definitely this will be the factor of the biquadratic polynomial and will divide it exactly. So let us start a division. This is biquadratic written over here and this is quadratic polynomial which we have constructed just now. So multiply this complete gx by x square. I have got x raised to the power 4 minus 4x cube plus x square. Changing the sign while subtracting. They are going to be cancelled. Here I have got minus 2x cube minus 27x square plus 138x minus 35. Now I am multiplying this complete gx by minus 2x. So I have got minus 2x cube plus 8x square. Fine. And here minus 2x. Changing the sign, again minus 2x cube and plus 2x cube are going to be cancelled. So here children, I have got minus 35x square after simplifying them. This is 138 plus 2 will become 140x minus 35. Now I am multiplying this complete gx by minus 35. I would get minus 35x square plus 140x minus 35. Correct? Changing the sign, all the three terms are going to be cancelled. Correct? So what remainder I have got? I have got remainder as 0. Now children, this is a quadratic polynomial. Now I am going to split it or factorize it so that I can come to know about rest of the two zeros of a biquadratic polynomial. So for other two zeros, factorize qx. This is x square minus 2x minus 35 is equal to 0. Sum should be minus 2, product should be minus 35. So what are the factors? X square minus 7x plus 5x. Minus 7 plus 5 will give you minus 2 and the product will give you minus 35. From these two terms, I am going to take x as common. It would be x minus 7 plus, from here I am taking 5 as common. It would be x minus 7. Here also x minus 7. Here also x minus 7 will be written once. So this is x plus 5 is equal to 0. So what is the value of x? X is 7 and minus 5. So thus 7 and minus 5 are the other two zeros of the biquadratic polynomial. Clear children? Hope whatever doubts you will be having, they may have resolved. Fine. So do your homework very, very carefully. If there is any correction found, then you can do those corrections also. Please rectify your errors. Thank you and have a nice day.